The people have spoken, and Angela Aguilar is out of the running for Glamour magazine's Woman of the Year. Or is she? You're not gonna believe how strong the reaction to her nomination was. It looks like cucking Kazoo was a bad career move for the daughter of Pepe Aguilar, who has seen a ton of negative press of late. Hopefully, it was all worth it. So if you haven't heard, Angela Aguilar was recently nominated for Woman of the Year by Glamour magazine, and she was actually the feature in a social media post about the award, despite running alongside far more tenured names like Dulce Maria, Galilea Montejo, and Mabel Cadena. Aguilar actually told Glamour in an interview that she felt undeserving of the nomination, saying,
"I want to highlight that I'm 21 years old. I'm barely living, learning how to be, and discovering who I want to be. I don't understand why I'm being considered. I feel like I'm barely discovering what it means to be a woman." Well, the fans are venturing a guess or two as to why she's being considered, and many think it has to do with a little someone who goes by Daddy pulling the strings. Angela's pops, Pepe Aguilar, is a multi-Grammy winning artist who played Madison Square Garden with his pops at the tender age of 3. So Angela's seen as a bit of a nepo baby in the music industry whose success might be more contrived than earned. Now, while it's all clearly speculation, that would explain why a 21-year-old is being considered for an award alongside a much older, accomplished woman, especially when her portfolio currently consists of only a few hit songs. And I mean, she's not only being considered, she's the face of it. But Angela is used to giving older ladies a run for their money. Back in July 2024, she secretly tied the knot with her current beau, notorious F-boy Christian Nodal. This was reportedly just 2 months after Nodal's breakup with much-loved Argentinian rapper/singer Julieta Casuccelli, aka Kazoo. While Aguilar has said in interviews that, quote, all the parties were okay with it, no one's heart was broken, and that she, quote, has a clear conscience, fans were calling BS because the timelines just didn't match up, especially given the fact that Nodal had just had a baby with Kazoo less than a year before dropping her for Aguilar. Fans were certain foul play and infidelity had taken place, and recently Kazoo came forward to confirm those rumors. After laying low for months amid the speculation, Kazoo revealed in a bombshell radio interview that Angela's statements implying that she was aware of and okay with Christian's fling with Aguilar were a lie, and that she had been completely blindsided by the whole affair.
Mantuve silencio, ¿no? Por todo ese tiempo, porque me parecía lo correcto, porque soy así también, o sea, forma parte de mi forma de ser. Y hace poco sucedió algo que sí me hizo sentir que estaba en mi límite y que era necesario quizás aclararlo. Tenía conocimiento de hace mucho tiempo de la relación de estas dos personas, que ellos vienen con una relación de muchos meses antes de que haya sido expuesta, y que yo estaba en pleno conocimiento, y como se sugiere que yo formé parte de una especie como de plan, lo cual me siento como un poco en la necesidad de refutar por completo y decir que es mentira.
This radio interview dropped November 1st, around the time Glamour magazine dropped their social media post. So, as you can imagine, fans were incensed to see someone they felt was not only undeserving of the award and a nepo baby, but also somebody who had robbed their beloved Kazoo, whose 17 million plus fans ride hard, of a baby dad. Within days, a petition to have Aguilar removed from nominees for Glamour's Woman of the Year award had garnered 500,000 signatures. That's insane. Imagine having a 500k strong hate fan base. Pretty wild. In response, Glamour magazine first took down the social media post, so it looked like they actually removed Angela's nomination. So folks were clowning her with comments like this one, which says, "Papi, do something." There were also calls to nominate stars like Kazoo or even Chiquis Rivera in her stead. But incredibly, much to fans' surprise, a few days later, Glamour magazine actually came back with a decision naming Angela Aguilar their winner of the Mujer del Año. In her acceptance speech, Aguilar thanked her family, friends, and her husband. Folks are not happy, with many calls to boycott Glamour, and Pepe Aguilar, who some suspect had something to do with the decision, was recently booed at a concert.
Está dedicada para un momento en la vida que llegan a tener algunos seres humanos.
Meanwhile, Aguilar's marido, Christian Nodal, seems to be suffering fewer consequences, which is wild because he was the one actually in the relationship. To play devil's advocate a little here, you're allowed to steal someone's man. It's up to the folks who are actually in the relationship to stay solid. But how you get him is how you lose him. So we'll see if Mr. Nodal stays with Aguilar or pulls the DiCaprio on her as she gets older. What do you think though?